All right, so now we're going to change our focus and look on the truck bed here, do some detail work on it. Probably the first thing we want to do, just since we just finished up doing the wheel well there and the tire detail, let's go ahead and put that in on this back one before we get into modeling and the details there. So what I want to use and demonstrate also is the array tool to kind of make a copy of the tire and keep it where it has history, so that if by chance we updated the front tire, it'll do the rear one as well. So I'm going to switch to an orthographic view. There we go. So the question is, how far of a distance is that? Now, I know each one of these is, I think, 100 millimeters, and they're 10 divisions, but a lot to count up and stuff. So let me show you a kind of a quick way to get to that, or to figure out distance. So I'm going to use a key point curve. I'm going to create a new line. I'm going to grid snap, so I'll just temporarily hold down the Alt key to snap, and I'll click right there. And then I will use my middle mouse button, so I do horizontally in this window. And as I go out, and I can just kind of eyeball it, right there in the middle, you can see the value of that line. Okay, now it's kind of hard to see there, so let's just go ahead and put it in. It was 9 something. Say pick nothing. I'm going to say pick object. Select that line. It's on the axis, so it's a little hard to see. Then I'm going to go to information window, and in here, besides the transform attributes that we've looked at with other elements, there's another tab called attributes. And if you open that up, you'll see there's actually a value right there, and you can actually adjust it. So let's just round this up to 925, let's say. And that'll update the line. Okay, that's another thing about key point curves. You have the ability to do that with it. So we'll use that value as the offset distance here that we're going to do for our array. Okay, so let's close out those two. Let's pick nothing, go pick objects, and we're going to select the tire. We're going to select the rim, and then we're going to select also that trim surface there in the back. Okay, let me close down a few of these. Alright, so there's the array. Let's right mouse click up here, go and do arrays, and simply do an array. Okay, meaning we're going to select it for either rotational or linear in this case. Excuse me. So it's a linear. So I think it wants to be in the X Z plane. Let's see if that's right there. Okay. And then axis 1, we're just going to want 1. Okay. And let's go ahead and live with 100 there. Actually, let me hit reset, because these were some previous values. Running selection. We're going to hit reset. Okay. I guess I have to reselect everything. So I'll just do a big bounding box like that. Click on the array tool. Still the old values. Okay. That didn't help much. 1, 1. Okay. Now, I'll put in 0 for this. And make that. Okay. And let's hit build. Now, see which way it went. Alright, doesn't look like it's going the way I thought. Make sure it's not out there somewhere, I don't expect. So, guess we need 2. Let's do 2 in this direction. Okay, good. There, it's going the right direction there. Now, that's where we put in the 925 right there. Okay. There's our second set of tires back there. Now, if we look in the side view, looks pretty close. Looks like that's what we want. So that's it. So once again, the plane that we did was this one right here, which is the XZ plane. Okay, linear. You got to give it the total number, in this case 2, and there's the distance between them. Okay, and that worked out great. All right, hit next, and then we're kind of doing it again. All right, let's pick nothing, pick object. Now let's see if we can take care of a little housekeeping. This line that I threw in, I'm just gonna delete. I don't need it. Gotta go to Windows, Object Lister. I'm gonna or actually just click here. Now, this is one interesting thing about the object list and the layers here. If you temporarily want to turn something on, just click on it. It makes it active. Once you click on something else, it turns it back off. If you want to permanently toggle it, I just click on the little square there. Now it's on, and it doesn't mean I have to be on or off of it. Okay. All right. So now let's see about fixing the wheel well. So I'm going to pick it. I'm going to move it over. Can I eyeball right there, the center. Okay. And then let's go look at it in this window. Now, when I'm clicking the perspective here, I'm going to do an Alt L. That does a look at. And that way I can see, zoom up a little bit. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Looks like we clear it all the way around except the very back, and we're going to trim that off anyway, so that's pretty good. All right. So let's do another offset surface of this one and find the intersection. Okay, so that's underneath Object Edit, Offset, and it kept the previous value 15. So the really only thing to check is to make sure we're going the right direction. That looks correct, going outwards. So hit Offset. Okay, there we go. Remember, we intersected this with the offset. Okay, so close that down. Go to Surface Edit, and it's the Intersect tool right there. If not, click on that. So you select the first set. Okay. And it looks like it's actually a little close there. Oh, once again, we have to tweak this. So we'll hit Go, and then you select the intersecting surface. It flashes, indicating that it's done the intersection. If I say pick nothing, pick curve on surface, and draw a big bounding box, there it is. Now, that's interesting. This actually did not complete. So if we try to trim it, we're going to run into the problem. It's going to be open. Okay. So to solve that, what I'm going to do is go in here, select the original wheel well sphere, turn on the transform, and just rotate this a little bit. Okay, like that. As I rotate it, it updates the curve on surface and then completes it. Okay, now let's check that little detail that was actually intersecting. I think it took care of that problem at the same time. Good. Alright, now remember this offset? We just select it. We put it on the extras here. It gets it out of the way. There's our curve on surface that we're going to trim to. So I select this. Say I'm going to keep that back part. Hit keep. Okay. That's the way I want that. And then I'm going to intersect it with this. So I will select this time, do intersect with that. And now I can go in and trim the big sphere here, the main body. Oops, tumble. There we go. And I want to keep, let's keep the outside. Alright, there's that. Now hopefully, let's see, under Surface Edit, or Surfaces, excuse me, open that up, and it's going to be a rolled edge, the fillet flange again. Hopefully it'll keep all the same values from previous. Just select that trim edge. Nope, that's not the right one. Okay, pick nothing. Try that again. Sometimes turning off shade's better because you can actually see. There we go. That's what we want. And that rolled around. Shade that on. Let's hit build now. There it is. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, so that worked out well. Have it auto trim, so trim that. So our updates from last time is working well. One last thing is the surface fillet tool right there. Okay. Or multi-surface fillet, I should say. Surface fillet. Select that, and then select that little edge there. Remember, the key with this one is making sure both of these point towards the center. That one's correct. That one isn't. If I click on it, it turns it around. So that's telling me right there. Hopefully if I hit build, it will use the previous values as well. And the only question is, got to make sure it gets all the way around. Looks like it did a really nice job on that. There we go. Okay. So there's our detail on our wheel well and the rear tire. Next is to cut this out and then do some detail work on the inside. Okay, let's stop this video and then we'll pick it up there next one.